review of the Cobra Marine HH330 float model. This is a VHF, a very high frequency radio, which is actually submersible. So this radio will not only float on the water, but you can also submerge it to a certain extent, and it's a pretty powerful VHF handheld. So despite it being kind of small and versatile, you have a lot of functions. There's even a squelch function that will purposefully shoot the water out of the speakers. So if there's water filled over here covering the speakers, there's a button that you press, and it basically tries to make a very loud noise to expel the water out. In addition to being a pretty nice compact size radio, this thing goes up to, I believe, about 7 watts. Okay, I'm just going to turn it on real quick. You have low, medium, and high. You have different channels. So that now we're on low, medium, high. I'm just going to put the volume down a little bit. So if I remember correctly, now the battery keeps really well on these things. Okay, because I haven't charged it, and I've had the same battery in here for like 5 months, and it's still fully charged. Meanwhile, my other handhelds were completely emptied after not using them. And it is recommended to store them without the battery inside, but I didn't follow that recommendation, and on my other handheld the battery had died, so I had to recharge them. But this Cobra here has been very reliable and has not had any need to be recharged, so it holds its charge really well. Okay, so this can go up to, I believe, 5 watts in high mode, although I may be mistaken about that. So let me just take a quick look. Actually, I got this thing backwards. Okay, I was looking at the Spanish side. Okay, so here you have an explanation. All right, so power settings. We have 1, 3, or 6 watts of settings. 6 watts of power that this thing could transmit on. So whenever you're in high, okay, now this is low, so this is going to be 1 watt. Medium is going to be 3 watts, and high is going to be 6 watts of power. You have all the NOAA weather channels that works in the States, and it's waterproof to 1 meter for 30 minutes. But I've heard stories of people finding theirs, after a month, and it still worked, and it was floating in a stream or a river or something like that. Okay, so there's a lot of functions. I'm not going to go through all of these functions right now. This is not meant to be a very comprehensive review, but just a kind of vote of confidence on Cobra. Cobra is highly used in the marine world. Again, this is not a radio for land use, although you could get away with using it in certain countries around the world outside of the water, on land, if you had to. Although you always have to check with the local regulations, and in some countries you may even need a license to operate a radio like this, even though you could buy the radio without a license. Okay, so feel free to check out the product online. It's the HH330 float by Cobra Marine. All right, thank you for watching, and I bought 2 of these, by the way, so they could work as a team. And you can easily connect this with someone else's. So I was able to find the same channel and the same frequency and speak with my brother-in-law with his boat, with the radio that he has on his boat. He happens to have a Cobra as well. So this could work on its own in conjunction with another one, or with a third-party unit if you could get on the same VHF frequency. Okay, that is all for my review, and feel free to subscribe to HatTube on YouTube.com. Thank you.